screen with my finger. That girl, this is not an iPad.
Awesome. We're really doing
Woo.
it.
We're all together now. All
Are we?
together now. All together now.
Child, I don't feel all together, honey. I don't feel it.
Listen, we holding on. What we say last week is bubblegum and string.
Mm, we are yet holding on. We're doing reality recap. Oh, hey, YouTube. Hello, folks. We're
He's
over
live.
here
That's why I say seven-ish to give us
together.
a little time. The girls couldn't even be
Okay.
bothered. We got on lip gloss, and that's it.
Hello. Welcome. We're Black and Curious. I'm
Me and
Kandron, and that's Deja, and we be up here talking about reality shows and stuff. Okay. If you've never been here before, welcome.
Welcome me,
talk,
welcome you.
yes, cross section between real life and reality TV, and pop culture. And so you have caught one of our lives. We are here every Monday, and so if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and subscribe if you're over on YouTube, and follow us if you are over on IG. So
join us for the mess.
Join us for the mess.
Kandron girl, adjust your camera because right now we're looking at you from here up.
Okay.
On the iPhone.
I just did something. Oh boy, that's not gonna work.
Well, now we can see you, the rest of you. Before it was literally like right under your nose.
All right, y'all,
we were struggling with the tech, but we get it together now. Praise God. Okay. Blessed assurance.
No, because I have it propped up on my computer so I can see the comments too. So yeah, it gets a little messy there, but that's okay.
Listen, it's the Jimmy Rig of all the things. So.
Basically. All right, so you got any pop culture news?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Let me pull this right on up on the screen.
Mm-hmm. Are you drinking?
And let me look at my notes. Yes, I am. Okay, because it's been a day. The 19 crimes. You know, good old faithful. Okay,
come on. I'm having it's Vincenzi or something. Aperitivo. It's the lemon ginger flavor, and then I put a little piece of ginger beer on top.
Girl, the bourgeois that just came from betwixt your lips. I don't know what you said.
It's like a liqueur, it's like an after dinner sort of liqueur, even though I haven't had dinner yet. It's very good. Total Wine. I'll leave everything down below in the description box.
Please and thank you. All right. So first 30 out of the gate. If you've been living under a rock, then you missed this. But even then, I'm sure you got it. Good sis Brittany Griner is finally coming home.
Yes.
And so we have here on the YouTube a photo of her in her glory as a WNBA player and her with her wife. I'm just glad that she's okay. I decided to use the photos with her locks as opposed to the most recent photos that we've seen where she had to cut her hair off because of being sent to the camps. Yeah, so hopefully, in lock solidarity, she'll, bring them on back when she is 100% back to herself. So prayers up to the Griners as she gets home prayerfully safely.
And recovers from chaos.
Everybody's favorite love guru, Mr. Jackson, Derek Jackson, that is.
He's something.
Child, glass houses. So a couple of weeks ago, there was a TikTok clip throwing and running around all the things.
Wait, can we go back to BG right quick? Sorry, we're gonna go back to Brittany Griner right quick because I didn't say what I had to say. I'm glad she's home. The people are doing the most with the conversation around this.
Girl, that's why I didn't want to touch it. I just want her to get home safely.
Right. What she did did not warrant what they did to her. And honestly, I am pleasantly surprised, because I really did think they were going to condition that release on something to do with Ukraine. And I was like, oh dear, that's bad. So I am glad that she is home for all of those reasons. Okay. Now we're ready. Sorry. I was distracted trying to adjust, but go ahead.
Technical difficulties. That's all right. So back to the foolishness. So a couple of weeks ago, there was a clip running all over TikTok. I don't know if I saw it on Instagram, but basically it was Derek Jackson's now, I guess, soon to be divorced wife.
Estranged wife.
Estranged. There you go. They are not divorced as of yet, but basically she was making a video condemning everyone who had something negative to say about her relationship and using like scripture to do said thing. And then like a week or two later, he comes out with a statement saying that they are getting a divorce. And to me, that is not that if that don't tell you nothing else, but like the things that you throw at other people, watch out because that shit is coming back. And it came back fast as hell.
And not to mention, like when you go, okay, never mind. I'm not going to say that. I'll say this. When you are really like going up for somebody, make sure that that level of loyalty is returned back your way. Because at the end of the day, I don't feel that he ever exhibited the same sense of loyalty. Now, the thing I wanted to say, I'll tell you offline once we end this. Hello?
Maybe one day, friends, if we have a Patreon, gated community, then we'll share some more things with y'all. But that ain't happening right now.
My more problematic thoughts, but yes, go ahead.
On to the next. Emory Healthcare is not playing no games. TikToking is getting folks fired. So these 4 nurses basically were doing a trend that is on TikTok where they're talking about their icks, and they were speaking about their icks as it relates to labor and delivery. And it just was in poor taste. I understand the innocence of it, but as someone who works in this specific profession where you are directly dealing with people all the time, it just didn't look good. And to do it in your uniform and while you're physically in the hospital, because most of I chose to, if you're on YouTube, I chose to go back and blur their faces out. But the photo is everywhere on Google, child. If you really want to see who said what.
It gets better. I don't know if you know this part, but on Twitter, the girls have been chattering because people are coming out and talking about their poor experiences that they've had with these nurses in particular. And they are coming out and talking about that they have had children to pass away on these nurses' watches. So the girls are like not playing around, and Emory might have a lawsuit on their hands in a minute behind these crazy nurses. And, was it worth it to ruin your career this way? I'm here with a perspective of maybe not.
Listen, okay, I get the wanting to participate in the trends and have fun and so on and so forth, but like something like this, it's just like you got to think about it twice.
As I've heard somebody else say, like in regard to this situation, where's your group chat? That's something you say you complain with your coworkers about at the desk at the nurse's station. Y'all getting y'all group chat and you talk cash shit. But as far as jumping out the window
without your face,
not even that
attached to
well
it.
Yeah, maybe, but like
you know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, y'all not gonna catch me out here. I might say some stuff that you might not like, but it ain't never gonna be nothing related to my job and nothing that problematic. So hello, God bless.
Amen. Praise God. As a matter of fact, I don't even, not unless you know me, you still don't know where I just resigned from.
Period.
So yeah.
So anyway.
All right. On to the mess, y'all. Where you want to start, friend?
All right, let's just get Love and Marriage Huntsville out of the way really quick. It was pretty, to be expected, I guess. So they had a dinner. Oh, first, actually, oh man, I wish you had watched this part. Damn.
I know, I'm terrible. I forgot. Right. I was, in my defense, friends.
You don't need no
my
defense.
nephew turned 13, and so I was celebrating his 13th year of life. He turned 13 on the 1st, but he had a party this past weekend. So
you don't need a defense. It's fine. So we'll talk more about it once you catch up. But Tisha had an issue with Marcel contacting Mel. He told her after he had already contacted Mel, but she was really giving why you need to talk to other women without me knowing first vibes. And he was like, well, I just thought I would circle back since we had the conversation at the, we had our Ponderosa with the couples. So I thought I would just circle back with her and let her know, hey, Sherry, that we had the conversation with Mark. And so that was what it was. And she was very irritated and felt it was very disrespectful. But I feel like that's one of those like Southern things that, people really get bent out of shape about.
But I mean, she didn't have nothing to my understanding, Tisha didn't have anything to do with having this conversation with the brother.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you need to know about what is going? Long as he told you that this is what happened.
And he told her
What is the
before.
problem?
He told her before the meeting. He told her
Oh, well,
before
see, girl,
he
this ain't
just,
even an afterthought
yeah.
conversation. You knew before it even went down. Girl, bye.
He told her before the meeting, but after he had invited her, invited Mel to the bar that they co-own. So it wasn't even like no shady business happening. So, anyways, I thought it was too much, but whatever. That's one of those like Southern value things that I just kind of stay out of because that's not my value system, and I move on.
Yes.
I mean, it's not my value system. That's all I know. What else happened? And then Marceau got in my good graces quite a bit this episode. Marceau actually made dinner for Kimmy, and for the sit down with the Holtz for Kimmy to disclose her, her diagnosis with them. And so that was pretty much the crux of the episode. That was the whole episode. But once you see the thing with Tisha, I think you'll have some thoughts about it. And then Mel was basically like, that was a waste of my time. She didn't say that to Marceau. Marceau was like, well, we talked about your mom, and she does like, that doesn't have anything to do with me. Did you talk about me? That's what I'm here for.
Mel is so insufferable. Jeez Louise.
She is, but I kind of get it, because the people have tried to rope her into this scenario with her mom, and she has been clear that she does not want any parts of it, and they still keep trying to rope her in, and she has just kept saying to them, no, I don't want any parts of this. So stop trying to rope her in.
Let it go, child.
Like, that could have been a text, and it could have been, because he really didn't say anything. That could have been a circle back text of like, hey, we had a conversation with Mark. I hope that you won't have any more issues moving forward. Done.
It's true. It could have been. So, okay, to that end, I get the like, I need to come down here for all of this.
Yeah.
But I think too, maybe the boundary on her end needs to be expressed that she's not interested in, like meeting up with them and like having any sort of friendship or relationship that they once had. Like, we don't got to do all of that. I think that would serve to mitigate any of the unnecessary meetings going forward.
Definitely. So that's that. That was pretty much all of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And we'll, like I said, if we need to circle back to anything next week, we'll do that. Moving on.
Whew, child. The girls.
It was a lot.
I feel like it was so much that I don't remember anything that happened last night. So we're just gonna roll with these punches, okay?
Okay. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the Carlos King podcast. You guys know, if you've been around, we reference him quite a bit. But he was definitely talking about how the girls in Potomac, he and DJ Richie Sky actually DJ Richie Sky was on his podcast. And so they had a conversation about how basically everybody in Potomac this season is trying to create a moment, and it's coming across as very not real.
Disingenuous.
Yeah, exactly. So he was kind of imploring them to like relax a bit, and do real life, because he's like, in real life at their age, nobody would just like whip out a camera like Robin did and start recording something. Like, people don't do that stuff at that big age. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm not finna do is be recording you.
No. Especially
in
when
my
there's a
40s.
camera and there's a camera crew present. So it's like all the recording is being done. Why are you over here being extra? So, and he kind of laid production out too. One of his assistants, I think, or his mentees, does production on Housewives of Potomac. So he kind of chewed them out too. It was like, y'all better get a hold of this, because you getting ready to take it left.
This was Carlos's mentee or DJ
Carlos's
guy?
Carlos's mentee.
Okay. I mean, obviously it sounded to me like he ain't told no lies. The thing that I found interesting on this episode, though, was Ashley finally admitting to the fact that she doesn't want to do this parenting thing by herself.
Yeah.
And to not even just do that, it came across to me as though she doesn't want to adult on her own.
I think that's true. She's been with Michael since she was what, 25?
Mm-hmm.
And
And
so
before they were even, and I think at 25 she was married. So before that,
they were
um
together.
they were together. So she doesn't know what it's like to, be the person taking care of the house and home and whatever have you, because he's done all of that all this long. So I can see how it's super overwhelming to her to fathom like having to do all of that plus be the sole caretaker in that house. But like, girl,
Yeah.
you got the coin, you better hire you some help.
That's what I said. That's exactly my words. I was like, girl, if you don't get enough in the settlement to be able to hire you some help and get out of our faces with this sob story, I would greatly appreciate it. Okay.
I don't know. I'm not really mad at Ashley this season. I do feel like, to the Carlos comment, I do feel like everybody is putting on like they spot of fame, like doing the most outrageous thing. And while Ashley of yesteryear was extremely vile and was doing the most all the time back then, she seemingly has mellowed out because of having had the children. But then all of a sudden it was like she wanted to reach back to her old ways.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not making sense. If you're gonna be the nice girl and have a good time and don't take no shit, be that. We don't need you to do her and the old you and then flip flop back to the new version. Like, pick one.
Yeah. And I am big on like not having double of one personality type on these shows. So it's like I feel like Ashley and Candace are of the same personality type. And when they're in their rarest, most terrible form, both of them are very vile and nasty and go below the belt. So we don't need it. And they don't look alike, obviously, but they're of the same ilk. They're like the pageant girl, the, whatever. And it's just like, girl, we don't need to. We don't need to.
I
something
don't
else to
disagree
do.
with you there.
Get somebody else. Get somebody else to do it. Okay. I did catch, I don't know if you caught it, Mia said something about a deal that fell through.
She did. And then she was like, I don't want to talk about that when the producers asked further questions. So what you talking about, sis? What's going on? Because what it sounds like that we had heard prior to the start of this season was that you had gotten ousted from the company. So,
and all I'm saying is, it sounds like maybe what we had said was right, hitting the nail right on the head about them trying to finesse a situation. Some deal fell through. They probably put some stuff. Well, maybe, possibly,
allegedly.
They could have put something in somebody's name, trying to, finesse, and got caught up. Hate it for them.
Mm-hmm. Hate to see it.
So I don't know. We're gonna see how this goes. But that deal falling through, I was like, what else happened?
I don't really know. Jador and is it Jador? No,
it's Adore.
Jador is no. That's Primetime Children. What's his name from Jackson State?
Oh, Deion Sanders. Adore and what is the child's name? I don't remember her name.
The twins. We just gonna say the twins because
Adore and Angel. It's Angel and Adore.
Yes, they turned 16. I love when Giselle gives us her smidget of a softy side. We'll never get to see that, but this was sweet to see them. Being a little sappy about her babies turning 16. So
it was very sweet. And the internet went ahead and dug up some videos of, some pictures of Giselle from her Hampton days. And she actually, Grace looks exactly like her, which I've always said. Grace is like a browner version of Giselle. They have the exact same face. And seeing Giselle a lot younger, it was like, no, it's the exact face.
I can see that. She looks that. I keep trying to call them children. Jador. The twins look like a combination of the pastor and Giselle.
Yes. Agreed.
Because they don't all the way look like him, and they don't all the way look like her. They're like a good mix of their parents.
Yeah. Agreed.
Beautiful girls.
And And then, I mean, they had that little barbecue or whatever. Wendy and
Robin
Robin
for like the
apologized
umpteenth
to each
time.
other.
That shit was so annoying to me. I'm not gonna lie to you, y'all. Sitting there watching her apologize again, like she's already said it. Just you need to state the facts, Robin, that you just wasn't in a place to accept what was being said to you because you still were angry, which is fine. You could totally be mad. You could totally
Absolutely.
be in that position. That is totally
Mm-hmm.
fine. But this carrying on and the way you drug all this shit out for only y'all to be crying and buddy again, like 2.5, 3 weeks later, like, come on now.
And then somebody else had an apology session, didn't they? Oh, Robin and
Karen and Candiachi.
Robin and Candiachi had one too.
Oh, you're right. Robin was in a lot of apologies this week.
Yeah. It was like a apology little whirlwind, if you will. That's about it. I mean, this is the cycle. The people, they fall out, they make up, they fall out, they make up. I did find it funny. Shameless plug. Wendy had on the sweater that I wore in my Zara haul. So I was like, oh, that's funny.
Well, she likes a good Zara, don't she?
She does. She does.
I feel like she said something, mentioned it, and something like that. I don't know. Either way, yeah. Zara be having cute clothes. Mm-hmm. So, shout out to them.
Yeah. I don't have anything else about Potomac. Did you watch Love Without Borders?
Girl, when I tell you I didn't do anything yesterday, I'm failing at life right now in terms of the things.
It's fine. We have an episode coming out about Love Without Borders. I do have one quick thing to say regarding Sister Wives. Listen, another wife.
What's that? Got you.
Another wife then left, and good. She's my favorite wife, honestly, because she always was the one that seemed unbothered to me. So, wife 2, Janelle, has packed up her stuff and left too. And I'm going to read the exact tweet because it made me fall out. Somebody said, oh, come on. Where is it?
Well, damn. I haven't watched the Sister Wives since the first season.
And like, she really was trying to make it work, and he was just making her life miserable at trying to make it work. And it's because he wants blind loyalty. He wants somebody that's just going to follow behind whatever he has to say. And she's got grown children. She got grandkids. She's like, and she's a sister wife. So at best, she's getting now 50% of his time. At worst, she was getting like 25% of his time. She's like, I grew up, like, I raised my kids pretty much by myself. You were not really here that much. So, and actually raised her kids with Christine. And so the wife
like
just
her and
left.
Christine need to go ahead and be together then.
So I'm just saying, friend to the show, Joy, was like, Christine was her wife all along. What you talk about? So the people have been hoping that Christine and Janelle get a spinoff of them, them leaving Cody and figuring out their lives thereafter. But this person is Hello, it's Star on Twitter saying, I know Janelle already left when they filmed those confessionals, baby, because she put those hoops on and went to work on Robin, and she did. Janelle is like she's like the more chill wife. She was always like the chill wife. She was not ruffling any feathers. She just wanted peace for the most part. And she really did sign up to be in a polygamous situation. And she just wanted peace, and she wanted peace with her kids. But when he started pissing off her kids, that's where she was like, immediately no. And he was trying to make her choose between him and the kids. She was like, absolutely not doing that. So that's the part that pissed her off more than anything else. And so, baby, when I tell you Giselle, I keep saying Giselle. Janelle, we
do that every time.
Came in the confessionals and was ready. She was like, Robin plays dumb. She plays dumb. And it's just like, whoa. Man, she was so over it. But anyways, the previews for next week, the what do you call it? The sit down. It's not a reunion because they're not all together. They're like one-on-ones. And so the one-on-ones have
That'll be
teased
interesting to
that
see.
they are no longer together. They are separated at this point. They have not said divorce, but they are indeed separated. And I hope that she follows through and leaves him, because all these tantrums he's been throwing, talking about you don't respect me and this is a patriarchy and I don't care, child.
This ain't a government. What you talking
You either
about?
for me or you against me.
Well,
Basically
it
trying to
sounds
make
like
her
they against you.
choose. Yeah, trying to make her choose between her, between him and her adult kids, and she's like, no,
Mm-mm.
not doing it. And then we see Robin talking about they just basically handed him to me, and it's just like, no, you was complicit too, so stop it. Anyways, Sister
Well,
Wives has been, woof, it's been giving.
so this is gonna be a short episode because your girls have not watched all the things, and of course we slide into the holidays, so soon there won't be
Yeah,
much to
honestly,
watch.
it's the
So y'all let
holidays,
us
nothing to
know
watch.
what you all are watching. Drop it down in the comments, of course, and
Yes.
or things that we should be watching. And you have one more week to catch up with the, what is it, Love Without Borders? Is that what you said?
Yes. Live
All right,
Without
I'm
Borders
gonna
on
I'm gonna be
Bravo.
caught up on Monday, so that way when we all come back together again, you be caught up too. Okay. Of course, thank you for tuning in and watching us, and we will see you in the next conversation. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Child, not me hitting the wrong thing.